Rugby League Roo. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks everyone for having us.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll chat to Parker in a minute because I know Parker's a bit of a legend in rugby league circles already. But Brooke, tell us a little bit about Rugby League Roo.
Thanks, Donnie. Rugby League Roo's been going for about 10 years now. It was formerly Kenya Roo. We started training some Kenyan athletes way back about 12 years ago. And it got so popular in Asia and Africa that we changed it from Kenya Roo to Rugby League Roo. And now we're doing 15 countries. So we go from under sixes right up through to NRL level and international level. We've got designated and qualified coaches. And what we do is we go into the country. A lot of them are emerging countries. And we provide them with training and skills, etc., building up their requirements for their coaches, and then putting pathways systems in so the coaches can actually operate with us as train the trainers, and they then coach and development with their nations. We've done that quite successfully. Part of Rugby League Roo is also a manufacturing arm, which my wife Sally operates. So we have the ability to also get them equipment and attire and apparel. So once they get to a certain level and they've got teams in designated age groups, we can then format them with gear. We get a lot of donations, etc. And we've built up a lot of countries. Right now we're in Ethiopia. So that's part of what we've been doing with Rugby League Roo.
All right. Well, I might hand over to Jesse now because I know Jesse met Parker the other day, and Jesse, you were the one that sort of organised him to come on. So I might hand over to you to ask a few questions, mate.
Yep. So, well, first of all, we'll start with you, Brooke. We'll go. So you've been a few weeks ago. You were down in the Illawarra and Wollongong area, doing some stuff with the Dragons NRL and NRLW teams. Can you tell us a bit about what you would, what was going on with that?
Yeah, thank you. I went down with Brazil and was down there with Flano and the NRLW and the Tasha Gale Cup side. Two of the young ladies we sent down this year to the Dragons for the Tasha Gale, Alexa Burgess and Sky Natalia. So they've performed quite well. We've been dealing with Sam with the Tasha Gale Cup side and dealing with Sammy and the NRLW head coach. And so we're working towards getting a pathway from Queensland to assist the Dragons with future representation and quality players. So we provide them with opportunities and pathways to the Dragons, naturally because we are a Dragon. We support the Dragons. We do get a lot of we get a lot of activity from other clubs asking for players representation. So there are times when we feed to other clubs, and particularly if they're living in the area. So we were down there and spent a lot of time with the Dragons, actually 2 weeks at Cogra and also down at Wynn. We were highly beneficial for us, met all the players, went through all the processes with them, went to the captain's run, did some sessions with Tasha Gale, etc. And it was quite an eye-opener. What I will say is, from a person that has dealt with the Dragons over a 2-week period pre-season, I could see that they are and will build to something incredibly receptive this year. The players were absolutely brilliant with Parker. They took him in the change room. Nothing was too much of an effort. He went on Wynn Stadium and played with them. and kicked the ball around. We did some sessions. They were absolutely beautiful to my wife. So I could not speak more highly of Flano, the boys, Youngie, Brazil. They were incredibly nice to my family, and they were. You can see how much dedication they are going to have this year. They will gel extremely well, and I think that as the season goes on, you're going to see a much better performed Dragons consistently.
Yesterday was the start of that.
I believe so. I mean, in patches against the first round, Canterbury got away a bit on us, and we dug deep and came back. They were kind of floating in and out of that game, the Dragons. And against South, it was really hot. I don't know if people realised how oppressive that heat was. So South, the Rabbits went through a real lull stage as well. They dipped, and then we dipped a bit later with about 15 to go. We made some rash decisions, but I think the heat was a factor in that second round game. So the bye for us probably came at a good time. We could reset. I know Flano flogged them that week, and not only
You were there, weren't you?
Yes, not only physically, but mentally.
Wow.
He puts a lot of work into each player. So he cares about the players. He wants to find out about them as a person, their family, how they're going, what their lifestyle is. So he's an overall coach and man with a lot of experience, and I think we're very thankful to have him and Youngie and Sammy Bremner with the ladies, our RLW new coach. I think the Dragons are really on the way up. So that was our perspective of the Dragons, having been with them for 2 weeks, and we're going back again. We're going back to do some more stuff with them. So looking forward to that.
And Parker, were you excited to meet all the players? How were you excited were you?
Very.
Who's your favourite?
Well, I have to see one. You know Toby Couchman?
Yeah.
Yes.
We sure do.
He's the one that took me in the change rooms, and he was really good to me. I came running out the door and crying and hugged him.
Oh,
Oh,
how sweet is that?
And
How sweet.
The second one is Jaden Sewer.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was our man of the match yesterday. What did you think?
He wasn't.
he was powerful yesterday.
He was powerful yesterday, very powerful. He ran the ball hard, and then he got injured. Remember, he got injured. He hurt his wrist.
He battled on.
He did, mate. Had a great game. I thought he was man of the
He
match.
always played good against Melbourne. See, Melbourne problem with when they always verse us, they have a bad point. Then when they score, they have a little bit of thing in 10-minute mark, and then they drop again against us.
Okay.
In the past 2 years.
Good analysis.
But I think with what Flano's trying to do is unearth our origin players. Like, he has the values of the more rep players you get into your team, the stronger your team will be.
Right.
And his major emphasis when he was at the Sharks, etc., is on D, and making no errors. And the Dragons are a good side, so if they can limit their errors and keep the ball in play and win the ruck, we'll win most games.
I think so too, yeah.
It will be hard for them. And you know what, T? They're a big side. The Dragons are a really big side across the field. If you see them, you noticed it particularly in the captain's run, where in the captain's run they kind of split up into 2 legs and they do a relay back and forth. And you can see across the field how big they are. So there's no like even Ilias. Ilias is big.
Yeah.
He's not a small halfback. And I think that's as the year goes on and they get some game time and gel together. And let's not forget that this is a completely new spine.
Exactly.
This is like third game to beat Melbourne. I don't think anyone really gave us a hope. And you generally find if the Dragons can score first, they really play well the rest of the game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else have some questions for Brooke or Parker?
Well, Parker, I understand you're a world record holder, mate.
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah, every time I see your videos, you always go, "Oh, get your hands on the ball, mate." Dragons fans, fire up!
Yes.
You got a fan, Donny.
You've got me down pat, mate. You do a better me than I do.
I'll tell you what, Donny. Before every Dragons game, he says, "Dad, put Donny from Perth up. I have to get revved up before the game." So yes, you do have a fan. I'll show you.
Bring this out. Yes, look at this.
If you can see this is his. It's quite big, like red and white too, by the way. That's his Australian world record for. Can you remember Chris Walker, the Walker boys?
Yep.
He held the Australian record at 87.
Wow.
That's
So
87 tries, yeah?
87 tries.
In a single season.
Yeah, you know, Middleton that does all the stats and everything, that's the one that he pulled out and said, yes, he holds a record. And then we had like the ABC, Channel 7, 9, 10, Fox Sports in America. They all covered his game when he did the 100th try. So he played for the Caloundra Sharks here and he scored the 100th try at the home ground, which was quite exciting for the club.
Was there a big crowd?
Yeah, there was actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a Friday night game and they do under lights. They get 2 games a year under lights. And, yeah, he loves his team. He's a good team player. This last year, he played in a hooker role, so dummy half, so he could feed all his teams and they could get some tries. So he said, Dad, I've done what I did. Now I want my teammates to have a big crack. So I thought I was very proud of him.
Awesome.
So he's
We're all very proud of him.
Broken the try scoring record. Now he's going to break the try assist record this season.
This season, it's not about tries, it's about defense.
Defense.
Good work. Yes.
I love it. Love it.
Totally.
You got to get both sides down, Pat.
See, versus Melbourne,
Sign him up now.
they didn't score much because we were defending.
Yeah, our defence was very good on Saturday night. Very good.
Yeah, that was definitely the key to our win. All right. Yeah. Anybody else got any questions for Parker or Brook?
Yeah, Parker, what was the total number of tries at the end of the year? Because you had five games to go when you were on 89, I think it was.
Yes, 5.
Yeah. So how many did you score in total?
121.
Whoa!
Whoa,
Mate, I played football for 18 years and I don't think I scored 21.
Well, you need 100 on that, mate.
I do, mate. I do. I'm just saying, you're a little legend, man. You're a legend, absolute legend. Like, we all love you. My young bloke came on and said, this is a good little kid. He's a good kid. And if you keep thinking like you're thinking, talking about letting your teammates score tries, that's totally excellent. That's fantastic. Well done, Sam. That's well done. Fantastic.
You're the star, mate, because you got more dragon stuff than me, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a few dragons things up behind me. But I'm telling you now, how old are you, Parker?
8.
8. Well, I've been collecting these stuff behind me here. Don't worry about the fly spray. But I've been collecting this stuff for, I'm going to say, 35 years.
Shoot,
That's right. A long time. A long time.
is Big T your company or is it
That's
your
his
name?
Big T's me. I used to be in a band a long time ago. And my name was Big T in the band, so I've kept Big T forever.
Big T in the MGs?
No.
Right, thank you very much for joining us. It's great to learn a little bit about the Rugby League Roo, and I think certainly great for all the Mad Dragons to meet Parker and learn about his efforts. But we might have to get you on the coaching staff, I reckon, Parker, because you seem to have better ideas than most of the people on this panel.
Wouldn't you love
There
to
it
play
is,
for the
there it is. See
Dragons
that,
one day,
Parker?
Parker? Is that your dream to play for the Dragons one day?
Yes.
Sign him up now.
Sign up, Coach Flano.
We'll
Sign him on a
give
20-year deal.
They signed me up at 13. When I turned 13, they already have the contract. But when I turned
Sweet.
19,
You're a beauty.
That's it. You'll be in the Harold Match team before you know
At 15.
it. Parker's the goat. The absolute
We'll have to move
goat,
to
as
Wollongong.
when the Dragons played the first 2 games, they went all right because we only got beat by 8-1. But you see, here's the thing: in the first game, when the Storm played Parramatta Eels, the Storm won 50-6, and we beat them 14-8. So technically, I think we'll go all right this year.
So we're at 60%.
So you reckon we're going to beat Parramatta by I'm not too good at math, mate. Can you help me out? How much are we going to beat Parramatta by?
Next week. I think
do.
we'll beat them by 25.
Beat them by 25.
That sounds good.
One will do.
That's a better prediction than the crap ones we get from Liam.
No, neither for and against
His
me.
prediction's better than Liam's.
It sounds like you know more about rugby league than Scoop, so we might have to kick Scoop off and leave you on.
No, I'm holding my ground.
He's on his ground. He's defending his turf.
So
No, this part doesn't whinge about referees.
So I noticed a clip
Not like you had, man.
when you're on the Today Show, Parker.
Hey, you
Friday
sanctioned that,
gave
Liam, so
advice
that's your fault.
about giving it to your teammates. Is that why you're giving it to your teammates now? Is it from the advice Sam Friday gave you?
Yes, in future I'll be on the Matty John show.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Bloody
no,
John.
it was very good information that Sammy took the time to share with him. But as a dad and his coach, I was looking to beef up his defence because, look, anyone can score tries, and when you're 6, 7, 8, 9, there's no
Not
better
anyone. Big
feeling.
T can't score tries.
Hey, 18 years, 21 tries. I was lucky.
Like, there's no better feeling than scoring tries when you're young. But as he goes through the grades, and we do a lot of tackling practice now for his 8 side. So there's a lot of skills and how to tackle correctly and everything. So he's coming good on the tackling. He's aggressive when he needs to be aggressive and having fun when he needs to have fun. So I think it's got to be, at this age, it's got to be well-rounded, and it's still got to be a lot of fun. That's why you play footy. And I think sometimes when we get to first grade, the players that just still love playing the game are the better players.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we've got to get on with the rest of the show. It's been great to have you on. We might finish up. Get Parker. Can you give us your best fire up, mate?
Okay. Get on the ball, mate. Fire up!
We're going to make
Thanks,
Parrot.
Parker.
Yep,
Thanks.
25, you reckon? Well,
Thanks very much for having us.
No, you've been great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
thanks
take
for
care.
coming on.
Go the
Good
Dragons.
luck with your footy season.
Thank you.
Keep saying fire up, mate.
I absolutely will, mate.
Five.
I'm always fired up. Little
See you,
kid.
gents. Bye.
See you, mate.
Thank you. All right. Well,
Yeah.
moving now into Mad Dragons Vodka Player of the Year. We don't actually go through all the votes like we used to in the past. We're trying to